Hey there, you beautiful creature. I see you out there in the wild, doing your thing. And yet, it feels like nothing's happening, right? But there's so much happening behind the scenes that you can't really see. And that's the thing, like, you know that, right? You know that there's so much happening. And that's why you keep going. Like, it doesn't make sense, but God is working his way through your life and putting things together in a way that isn't going to make sense, but that's the whole point, right? You're trusting that, and you're just kind of going with the flow and seeing what happens here, because it's no longer about what you want. It's about what you're supposed to be doing, right? And so that may feel kind of confusing right now. Like, I feel like the reason why it's so confusing is because, like, you're leaving a whole identity behind. Like, this isn't just like a gradual little change. Like, this is a significant transformation of your identity and your character and who you are. So remember that next time you're hard on yourself, because I feel like your expectations are going like way up. I heard this the other day, like, the reason why it feels so hard is because the standard and the expectation is Jesus, right? Like, we're never gonna be Jesus. We're never going to live up to that expectation. So because of that, we hold ourselves to such a high standard, and that's never going to be our reality, right? Like, we're never gonna be able to accomplish everything perfectly, and that's the point. We're human. Like, I know that I struggle with that too, because especially like the older I get, like, the more organized and the more like of like the perfectionism comes out in me. Even though I know, like, I've always been an artist, like, I know that nothing is perfect, and like, we know that, right? We know that, like, that's such a generic saying, like, nobody's perfect, like, but there's still a part of us that like expects so much. Like, we expect, and we like are so hard on ourselves. And I feel like when you take this path, like, you can be really, really hard on yourself, but like, I feel like this is just such a strong message of like, you're doing such a good job. Like, stop being so hard on yourself. Like, you are going to make it. You're going to get there eventually. I picked an interesting spot to park. There's a bunch of people walking by, so I'm very distracted, but that's okay. We'll get back into the message here. Yeah, so stop being so hard on yourself, because I know that you're doing such a good job, and I feel like you don't have a lot of people to like talk to about that right now. Like, you don't have a lot of people to share with, and that's for a purpose, right? Like, I keep hearing messages of just like, be quiet, like, shh, don't tell anybody. And that's not because like you want to be secretive or like you're trying to hide anything from people. It's because you have been hurt so many times by so many people in your life that you feel like you need to protect what you're building right now. And that is so on purpose, you guys. Like, God would not be directing you to not be talking about what he is building in your life if there wasn't a massive reason. Like, there will be a time where you can tell people what you're doing, but right now I'm hearing like very strongly, like, don't spoil it. Like, keep this between you and God. Like, there's something so special about that right there, because a lot of people can't do that, right? A lot of people can't keep things secret because they want, like, their ego wants to talk about it. Their ego wants to tell other people what they're doing, but there's a reason why you're not. There's a reason why God is instructing you to keep your mouth shut. Like, I know that sounds harsh, but it's very true. There's more people walking by. Anyways, so kind of back to like creating like this whole new identity in your life. I got this vision of like someone standing at a doorway, and they have like one foot on one side and one foot on the other, right? So this door is being opened in your life, but you still have one foot, like, and also I'm hearing like one toe. Like, it's such a funny like visual, right? You have like hardly anything on this one side, right? Like it's like one toe. But it's still there, right? And the reason why, like, I feel like you've been coming out of this old identity for some time. Like, this has been a lot of work in your life. But the reason why you still have one toe on the other side is because you had been in this previous identity for so long, right? It was who you were, and it was all these habits and what you created in your life. Like, that's not easy to come out of it. That's not easy, right? Like, when we are so used to being this version of ourselves and we're thrown into this new version, even if it has been a couple of years, that's fast, you guys. Like, that's why I was talking about, like, don't be hard on yourself, because like, this is uncomfortable. This is not easy. Like, this year is not easy, right? We are literally becoming new humans, and every single person is going through this in their own way, right? I feel like you watching, like, the collective that I'm speaking to is the collective that is like actively choosing it and like continuing to choose these little steps to get themselves there and to actually completely change their identity in their life this year. And then like I said, everyone's experiencing it, but like, you have the other side of it too, where people are resisting this change. Okay, you are leaning into this change, and that's the difference. Doesn't make anyone better than anyone else, right? That's just what these people are choosing and what you are choosing. And because of that, it's not gonna be easy, okay? I'm hearing both sides of it, okay? I'm hearing the side of it where it is so easy, and the side of it where it's not easy. And I feel like these are simultaneously happening at the same time, okay? I know I say a lot of like contradicting things, but there's a reason for that, right? Kind of like the doorway thing that I was talking about earlier. Like, it's so uncomfortable that like you can have the polar opposites happening simultaneously at the same time because of this massive change that's happening, okay? I feel like it's not one or the other, but both are coexisting within each one of us, and we're actively choosing at every moment which one we are going to give into and allow into our space and into our vessel, okay? So because of that, we are going through a very uncomfortable transformational process, okay? Sometimes it feels loving, and sometimes it feels light and fluffy, and you feel so good, you feel so inspired, and other times it feels really heavy and really hard to work through, okay? Like I just said, I know I said that really fast, but like, in every single second, every single moment, we are actively choosing, okay? And I feel like more and more you are actively choosing the side on the other side of the doorway where most of your body is going for now. And because of that, it's becoming more and more easier. You're barely hanging on by a thread on the other side. So you're almost there, okay? You're almost fully there. And I feel like over the next couple of months, like, that's gonna be what happens for you, is you like fully like jump through the doorway into this new life. But there's a reason why. Like, enjoy now, enjoy the time now. We only have right now, okay? Nothing else truly exists, and the only reason why it does is because we have memory as human beings, and imagination. But enjoy the process now, okay? Because I'm hearing your life is about to extremely change over the next couple of months, and you're never going to be the same, okay? You already aren't, but I'm just saying, like, enjoy it now. Like, I feel like some of you are going to get way busier. Some of you are going to have more responsibilities coming up the next couple of months, and some of you, your dream life is literally going to come to fruition in the next couple of months. And so this is all going to happen fast, even though it feels like it's been slow, okay? Like, and I feel like some of you too, like, you're already seeing the fastness come in, like it's coming in waves where it's like, okay, like, you're seeing little signs where God is showing you, like, see, like, I am gonna give you what I promised you, but you need to be patient. Okay, you need to be patient. And I am guilty of trying to rush God too, okay? I feel like we all are, and I feel like that is one of the biggest lessons that we're learning right now, is to truly be patient, because it's all in divine timing, right? Nothing happens when it's not supposed to happen. I truly believe that, and I feel like you do too. I feel like you know that, and you've experienced that so many times in your life that, like, obviously it's true, right? And same thing, like, with your relationship with the divine, you know, like, you just know that it's real. You know that it's true. You know that you've seen it in your life. You've had proof, right? And I feel like you've talked to other people about God or whatever it is, whatever you believe in, and they don't necessarily haven't really experienced it in their life, and don't necessarily, like, understand what you mean. So I feel like you've had past times where you feel alone in your faith because of that, or you've had other times too where, like, you've tried to, like, convince people of your faith, right? But now you don't do that anymore, right? You don't try and explain what you believe in, or explain the voice that's calling you and telling you where to go from here. You don't explain it. Like, people don't misunderstand you. They misunderstand you, and they have your whole life, right? So you don't explain it anymore. You don't talk about that kind of stuff, because, I mean, there might be a few people that you do, a couple people in your life that you trust to talk about it. Kind of like what I was saying earlier about, like, just being quiet. Like, God is telling you to be quiet right now. Same thing, like, with the faith that you have in Him too. And it's not because you don't want people to know, or you're trying to hide the faith that you have. It's because right now He's refining you in a way that people are not going to understand. But I'm hearing that once you fully step into this new life, it's all going to come naturally, and people are literally going to see, like, how God worked through you to get to where you are, because that is what's going to happen. Like, you are going to fall into this life, spring into this new life, and people are going to be like, what the heck did she do? What happened? Like, people are literally going to come asking you, like, what did you do? What did you change? You know what your answer is going to be? It was God, not me. God did it. I was just the vessel. I just chose to allow Him into my life, and I chose to be obedient and to fall into love with the path that He chose for me. So Yeah, that was a lot, you guys. I feel like this is like maybe my longest video or one of my longest videos. But I just want to say I love you so much, and I'm proud of you. God's proud of you. God literally sees everything. Don't be so hard on yourself. I know you're being hard on yourself right now. Like maybe you've fallen behind a little bit. Like you feel like you've fallen behind on like your routine or something. But this is all divinely orchestrated. Okay, just trust the process. And it's gonna end up better than you could ever imagine. I think that's it for today. I love you guys, and we'll see you next time.